welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, we are going to be doing the second video in the series, How I Color Animals. Today is letter B, and B is for bear. Now, I went through a few of my books. I have probably more examples than you really need, but I just wanted to kind of show you the variety that I found. And I know that there are more that I didn't find, but these are the ones that I've got for you here. So we're going to start with like more cartoony style and then work our way into more realistic styles. So the first one I have is a whole book of bears. This is, I can never remember the name of it. It's a beautiful book, but all of the bears, it's about these 5 little bears, and just like their life throughout. I think they plan a party, and then the whole book is about them making the party, basically, I believe. So here they are cleaning their house, making a cake, but yeah, there's a bear pretty much on every single page. And they're really cute cartoony styles, and I love these little bears. There are other animals thrown in here every once in a while, so there's little tigers and a lion, but yeah, the bears are pretty much in every page. Such a cute book. But yeah, so these little guys would be really cute. And in the front of this book, it even kind of gives you examples on how to color the bears. So it shows you the way that the artist has done it, and then, you know, different glimpses of how to color things in the book. Yeah, cute, super cute book. Love this. I will see if I can find it on Etsy and link that in the description below if you're interested. So then next we have a couple in Lulu Mayo's books. I think there might be, no, I don't think there's a bear book yet. I could be wrong. If there's a million bears out there, I don't have it, but I bet you, I feel like there is one. Anyway, I found a couple cute ones in these books. The first one, nope, that's not the right page. First one I found was this one. I think these are bears. I would probably color them like bears, but they may not be. But I think they're super cute. Really like those guys. And then in this one, I found some polar bears. And as I was thinking about like pages that I've colored, I think I've only ever colored and finished a page with polar bears in it for some reason. I don't know why exactly. And then in some of Rita Berman's books, we have one here that is a panda page, which I thought was super cute. It's a panda bear. It's close enough. I know it doesn't start with a B, but it's panda bear, right? So those guys are really cute. And then in her land book, she has this beautiful picture of a bear, and then there's also a bear on the backside with all of these different animals too. So some cute books, or cute bears and cute boats. Okay, in this book, which is Waldgeflüster, I think is how you say it, I found a couple bears. So I found this guy, which is really cute. I really like this one a lot. This one might be one of the ones that I colored today. And the other one I found was this one with just these little bears down here in their den. I like this page too. It's got all the different animals and a treasure chest, evidently, just all in their little dens and burrows for the winter, which I thought was super cute. Super cute. Really love this book. This is one of my favorites. Okay, then we get into, well, they still aren't super realistic, but they're leaning more towards that way. So in Tales from the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlson, we have these bears, which are adorable, and I love them. This page, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I want to color it. And then I've seen so many people do such beautiful work, and now I'm intimidated to color it, but I would like to color it at some point in the future. Really love that one. Then I've got one from Maria Trolle. She has this beautiful one in Nightfall, which is this bear. This was the other one I was thinking about coloring. I really like that one too. So I'm not sure which one we're going to do, but one of those two probably that I've mentioned. And Wondrous Wildlife, which is it's just such a cool book. They've got some polar bears in here. And I feel like there was another one. Maybe that was a different book. I think that was a different book. I don't think there's another bear in this one. There's a koala bear, but that's not quite the same thing, is it? Yeah, so there's some polar bears in this one. Super pretty. In Ticket to Dreams, which I know this is another one that's kind of hard to get your hands on, there is a beautiful bear at the back here, which I'm going to have to flip through. This one right here. So beautiful. It's a little sketchier than I would normally know how to color, but I just think it's really cool looking. It would be a good challenge to color that too. I love this owl on the other side too. This whole spread is just gorgeous. But yeah, so there's a bear in that one. Then we've got a couple in the Mythographic series. I've got in Animals, I have a bear somewhere. Where did the bear go? Give me a second. Ah, there he is. And I've started him, but it's not finished. So this is the only other bear picture that I've started, but didn't actually get finished. But I really thought he was beautiful. And I like the colors that I've used so far. This is just with a watercolor base. So that one might be one that I could finish up and do for you guys too. I really like that one. In Mythographic Menagerie, I found this guy, which I really like this one too. He's a very cool bear. I like it a lot. And then was there another one? I thought this one had a polar bear or a panda or something too, but maybe I'm wrong on that. No, but this book has a ton of animals. There's the panda. Yeah, there's the panda one. I thought that one was really cute too. That one would be perfect for right now because there's snowflakes everywhere, and it is winter currently where I am. So that would be a good one. Another contender. This one is a little bit confusing because it looks like this is water, but it also looks like this is like a planet because there's holes for these flowers to come out through. I think it's just supposed to be water and the bear is in the water, I believe. I really like it. I love the bear specifically. The bear is gorgeous, and these rainbow trout would be fun or salmon. These are probably salmon, aren't they? Yeah, those are salmon. But yeah, so I might mark this one. This one might be another one that I consider. And then last but not least, in Magical Earth, we have this polar bear one, which is beautiful. Another one that's perfect for this time of year. It's just such a beautiful page. You can't really go wrong when you're coloring Joseph Kattenbang now. He's just phenomenal, a phenomenal artist. So those are all of my bear picks that I found. I am going to pick out a couple. I do have my inspiration sheet ready to go. I got to figure out what supplies I want to use. And yeah, and we'll go from there. So I will be right back with you guys. Okay, so this is my inspiration sheet that I printed out. I really like how it shows that there's different kinds of bears. I've got some polar bears, brown bears, black bears. There's a panda on here. Just all kinds of different ways to color them. I am going to color this page, I think. This will be a quick one because I'm going to use some watercolor. What are these? These are aquacolor. They are water-soluble pastels. So we're going to try to use these. And I've got, I just have the small set of the Lyra ones. It's just 12 colors. So I'm going to try to use these, and I'm going to try to go for something similar to this one here. I think that it's a cute bear, and I think that style will kind of work well with this. So if you look at it, There are like areas where it's almost yellow in color. So I'm going to try to have a little bit of yellow in those areas. And then this reddish brown and the dark brown in other areas. It does look like there's a little blue on there too, but I'm going to not put in the blue right now. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to add the color in. So we're just going to do a little yellow here. A little bit at the top, anywhere where it would be like a lighter color. So we'll do a little bit kind of through here, a little bit on the back. Okay, maybe a little bit right in here too. And then we're gonna add in the reddish brown color. Okay, and then I'm going to use the darkest brown in the areas where the shadows are heaviest, where the artist has drawn those heavier shadows in. All right, and then I'm just going to use my water brush to blend that out. So I'm going to start with my yellows and work into those darker colors. And I do have a paper towel here to clean off my brush as I go. It blends pretty well together. I wish I had more of these aqua colors, but I only have this set of 12, so. And I will probably have to do a couple of layers because this is lighter than I want it to be already. I like the way that looks. It's very watercolory and cool. Yeah, I think I'm just going to color the rest of this page really quick. Well, I decided I do kind of like the blue on the bear because I got a little bit right here. So I'm going to go into some of these darkest spots in here and just add a little bit of blue right over top where I've already got the brown, and just kind of play with the different colors. Especially just right in the darkest areas. I'm going to add in some of that blue and see kind of what that does. It's just having fun today. To be honest with you guys, this is the second version of my, well, not of this page, but I did start another bear page and it did not turn out great. So I decided to do this page instead and to just play and have fun and not be overly worried about what was going to happen. Ooh, that's a lot of blue. We're going to back off on that a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit around here. I think that I'm just going to paint it where there's like black. I'm just going to paint the blue in there. I'm going to let that dry a little bit and see what I think. Okay, I'm going to come back in and add some more brown, do a couple spots, some of this dark brown. Okay, here is my bear, my nice watercolor bear. I'm hoping that the pencil work is not too distracting because you can see, see the shine on it right there. Thankfully, when it lays flat, it's okay, but I wanted it a little darker, and my watercolors were kind of resisting on this black print, which was annoying. So I went ahead and took a pencil and just kind of went in there and played with it, but I think it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna zoom out so you can see all of it. Okay, there. I think you can see all of it now. But I really like the way that turned out. It was a quick and easy one. If I wanted to do even more like splatters and stuff, I could get out like my actual watercolors and just kind of splatter all over the place. That's something to think about, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now. I just wanted a quick, easy, soft watercolor bear, and there's my first bear. So I will be right back with the next one. Okay, so the next bear is one that I have already done. It was partly done, but I finished it up, and I finished this guy. I thought he looks pretty cool. Yeah, I just like him. I like the page. I like the way that it worked out. So yeah, there is that other bear. And then we're going to do, I think, I'm still trying to decide because I have two bear pages that I would really like to color, but I think we're going to go with this one. So this is in the World Under the Microscope, or Looking Glass, or whatever it is, on land. And I thought about doing this one, and I thought about kind of using this kind of color palette here. I thought that would be pretty on there. Maybe not quite as bright yellow, but something really similar to that. And I do want to do a black bear, I think, because I've done a brown bear twice. So yeah, I think a black bear for this one. Yep, so I'm going to use my Inktense. So let me grab some of those, and I will be right back with you. Okay, so I want to kind of show you, I have a bunch of different grays that I can use on this. And since my bear is going to be black, I want it to have kind of cooler tones. So this Payne's gray is really great, and then probably just the regular black. So I'm probably going to do a combination of those. I might throw in some neutral gray, and then I'm probably going to throw in a blue as well. So I really like this iron blue, and I think either that one or the deep indigo, one of those two is probably going to get on my bear as well. And then I got to find a color for his nice little nose there. So I'm thinking willow would probably do that. Okay, so let me grab those. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go through and do the background stuff, and I will film some of that so you guys can watch, and then we'll come back and we'll do the bear together. Well, not together, but I'll do the bear in a little bit more detail in the background. So I will talk to you again here in a second. All right, here is what I have so far for this page. You get to see a little bit of this. I just repeated the same kind of concept all the way around on the mountains. Added a little bit more color, a couple more layers of the Inktense for the sky there, and then used a few more Inktense colors on these trees down here. But now we're gonna work on the bear. So I do have those colors I had mentioned. So I have willow, and we're gonna do that on the nose. So I'm just gonna do a very light layer. I'm hardly pushing at all on the pencil. Just doing a super light layer all over this part of the nose here. And then we're gonna switch between a few different colors. So I have Payne's Gray, Black, Neutral Gray, and the Deep Indigo. And I think I'm gonna go ahead with the blue. I'm gonna grab a couple, I'm just gonna add a little bit of blue in some spots. So anywhere where I think there might be a highlight for this bear, I'm gonna add this blue color. So it's probably gonna have some highlights here. Might do a little bit right here too. And then we'll do, yeah, we'll do the outside edges of the ears will be a little bit lighter. And you can see how far back I'm holding the pencil so that I'm not pushing too hard. And then the other place that I want the blue is just kind of randomly on some of the fur. So I don't want it in every spot and I don't want it in the same place, but anywhere where there's gonna be like an area where I can get some shading effects, I'm gonna add in this blue for the lighter areas. So just like different places on the fur where there might be a highlight. That's kind of where I'm thinking that these need to go. Okay, so now we're gonna switch to the Payne's Gray, and I am going to just go ahead and do a layer of that all over here. I'm not gonna go all the way down yet. I'm just gonna do this part of the face first, just so you can kind of see what my thought process is here. I'm gonna use the neutral gray on areas where there's like a darker, I know it'll be a little darker. So this like center part of the ear here. And again, I'm holding the pencil back pretty far so that I'm not pushing super hard. These Inktense pencils go like the amount of color that you get out of these is crazy. All right, and then with the black, I'm just going like right in the center of the ear here, right in the center of the head right here, on the edges of the face, along the nose. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what that stuff looks like activated. I'm gonna grab my lovely little brush here. I'm first just gonna go through and do the nose. And I do need a piece of paper so that I don't get, because I'm gonna get sparklies all over everything if I try to do that. All right, so I'm just using that nice light willow color. This is just the first layer. I will definitely be adding some more color in here, doing some shadowing or some shading. All right, and then we're gonna do, I'm gonna start with the ears. So I'm gonna start on the outside edge where I had that lighter color. So we've got the blue, and then I'm just gonna blend it right into that Payne's Gray, into the neutral gray, and then into the black. You can kind of see how that all blends together, and I might actually come outward a little bit from that center part too. While it's still a little wet, try to blend it a little bit more. Okay. We're gonna go over here and do the same thing. You can see I put a little bit more color on that side than I did the other side. We're gonna do, yeah, let's just do this part here. So I'm gonna have the blue in the center, and then it's gonna go into this black and gray color, which I'm definitely going to have to put more on here. But like I said, this is just the first layer. When you use Inktense in these Rita books, I usually end up doing a couple of layers. My first layer always looks rough, but then once you add that second layer, it's like magic has happened. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing right through here. So I've got blue in the center and then the darker colors around the outside edge. I'm just gonna bring those right back into that blue as well to blend it nicely together. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and add, go ahead and add the second layer for you guys so that you can see that. I am gonna do the eyes, around the eyes as well. So I'm gonna use the Payne's Gray first for that. And I'm just gonna do the whole area in Payne's Gray. This is a light color. I'm not pushing hard, or a light layer. It's a dark color. Yeah, I'm not pushing hard though. Okay, and then we're gonna use the neutral gray. And I'm using that around the outside. And then back here in this corner and underneath this like little brow area. I'm gonna do a little bit of black in the corners here too. Okay, we'll see how that looks. This Payne's Gray has a nice bluish tone to it as well, so. Okay, and that black blends right into that perfectly. That looks great. I like that a lot. Okay. Just blend that all together. Do the same thing on this side. All right, okay, I like the way that looks. So we're gonna do another layer of those three colors on the rest of the face here, and then I'll probably speed through the fur so that you guys can see that, but we're not here all day. So I'm gonna start with the black in the centers of the ears, and then we're gonna go neutral gray. And then Payne's Gray. And I'm not going to go to the edge because I want some of that blue to show. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add some more color into the rest of the face here. All right, and so now I'm just kind of going through and adding just a little bit more color from the tip of the pencil. So I'm just picking up the color straight from there and brushing it right on where I think it needs just a little bit more color. Got to be careful because if your paper is wet, you don't want to have the color bleed through to the other side, but okay, so there's that. That's the top part of his face. I like that. I'm going to add in a little bit more contrast here for the nose. So So we're going to do a little bit of shading around here, a little bit under the nose. All right, let's see how that works. Yeah, this was a good color for this part of his face. And again, I can pull the color straight from the brush if I want it to be a little bit darker, which I kind of do right around his nose. I want it to be just a little darker there. And then right up here at the top, I want that to be a little, I might have to come back in with another darker brown for that part, but yeah, I like that. And then I am gonna do his nose as well. I'm gonna do that in this neutral gray color. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of black down at the bottom. Yeah. So let me get that. The color moves a lot on this paper too, so you have to be careful that you don't push it out where you don't actually want it. Okay. All right, so that's the top part of the bear. I'm going to go through, I'm going to do a little bit with one of these rows to kind of show you what my plan is, and then we will kind of cut to that being done. So I'm going to use those same three colors. We'll have the Payne's gray, the neutral gray, and the black. So we'll do, so I've got some blue here, so I'm going to go ahead and add the Payne's gray there, and the other places I'll put it where the blue would be. Then we're going to do the neutral gray, and then the black. Okay, I'll try to do that. I might have to do this section by section just to make sure I have things blending the right way. Every time I take my brush off camera, I'm just kind of dabbing the tip of it off so that I can make sure that I have a clean brush when I come back in and start with my lighter colors. All right, so it's going to look similar to that. I think that's going to be really cool. I like this page so far. So I'll speed color a little bit more of this, and then I will see you guys when this is all done. And here's the finished product. I really like the way this turned out. I was kind of iffy on it at first, but I really like it. So here is my inspiration image again. So it's this little picture here in the center, and then that's kind of what I got from it. I really like that a lot. Yeah, and I'm gonna move it around in the light so hopefully you guys can see some of that shimmer and shine on there that I have from the I used a watercolor from the Art Spirits on Etsy, one of their shimmery watercolors, and I just love it. So here is that one that we did today. Again, here's this fun one that I showed you guys that I finished earlier. off camera, but it was another bear, so I thought I would include it. So we've got that one. We've got, well, I'm not going to be able to put them on there. That one. That kind of works. And then, of course, we have the watercolor bear that we did earlier as well. So those are all the bears. I like the way that they turned out. I'm very happy with this this episode, I guess, this episode of the series. I was a little hesitant. I don't color a lot of bears. I have colored a couple polar bears, but that's really it. So happy to color these. I had fun. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it. So next video will be C is for cats, which if you have watched my videos, you know that I tend to not color cats because there's a lot of fur. So we're going to see kind of how I can deal with that and maybe what creative ways we can get around having to do fur, which is kind of what I did today. So that was maybe on purpose a little bit. So anyway, they still look like bears. That's right. All right, so that's it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.